Hey, what's up, YouTube? We're here with the Psychos.
ISO Psycho.
Okay, and she has a treat for us today. What are we going to be looking at today?
We're going to be checking out our leopard geckos. We actually just had some babies this year, so I get to show you some of those and their parents.
Okay. And you said that we are going to feed them also too, right?
Yeah, we're going to feed them a couple dubia roaches, some good basic nutrients for them that we give them like twice a week.
Okay, so first things first, how much do these things cost, like average, if you were to get them somewhere?
When you first start to buy them, it's expensive, but once you're settled and happy with their setup and everything like that, it gets super inexpensive. So buying the gecko itself will depend on the genetics, just like dogs or cats. So ours are kind of up there. Ours are around $100 to $250 for a baby, but you could also get them for like 60, 50. If you go to a reptile show, you might even find them for cheaper. And that's where you're gonna find like the good breeders too.
Okay, what about housing? Do we need special things for them or anything in that nature?
Can I show you?
Yeah, sure.
So
Super excited, guys.
I do this one because she's pretty. So this is a very basic setup. Sometimes you might even have a food dish, but I take them out to feed them and put them in a little other bin so that I can clean their cage while they're eating and they can go hunting.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
extra fun. So a main thing is a hide. They like to have a little place they can hide and just hang out. These are just a really, really basic setup for them. And then we also have a humidity box where we have substrate and some peat moss so that it can hold humidity better. It's also really hard to open.
Oh,
So it holds humidity, and so that helps with their shedding. And shedding can be a huge cause of health issues, but it's also really easy to maintain.
so do you guys just keep them in here? How often do you guys take them out and interact with them and stuff like that?
I interact with them quite a bit. Every morning when I wake up, I come in and check on them and say hi, and they'll come out to the front of the cage and like dig at it because they love digging. It's so cute. They are always digging. And I'll check their water, and then before bed I always check them, and then I'll feed them. I don't like to annoy them though, so I try to limit it a little bit.
How about food? How often do you feed them? Or is it like every few days? Or how does
Yeah,
that go?
you only need to feed them every couple of days, and it's just a few roaches. And literally, it's just, they're insectivores. So you just feed them some bugs, and they are more than happy.
Do they have to be live roaches?
They don't have to be, but it's a lot easier to find.
Okay.
So,
Is it more beneficial?
yeah, I would say it was. I didn't do any research on that. But I would say it is because as you die, you lose a lot of the nutrients and you just lose a lot of mass to yourself. So it's a lot more filling. They get to keep all of their gut loaded bellies. And so all of the healthy stuff that the roach ate, your gecko gets too.
Okay. Can we see these roaches by any chance?
So these are just kind of pre-sorted. There's a lot of nastiness in there. We usually keep buffalo beetles in with our roaches because they will eat all of this stuff right here. And buffalo beetles are just awesome for all the dead skin. They're known as flesh-eating beetles, which scares people, but they only eat dead flesh, so
Okay.
it's never an issue.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's like a little crawling sound of just.
Sounds like rain.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect way to put it. She says it sounds like rain when it's raining hitting the window, and I believe that is so. Okay, so you said you had some hatchlings this year. Is that correct?
Oh my gosh, they are so cute.
I'm excited.
Let's see. We have two different kinds. This is a good one for this one. So we have our Black Knight Cross. This one kind of screams sometimes, so I'm kind of hoping he does that.
Okay.
He'll just kind of like look up and scream at you. And then we also have Snow Raptor.
You think they're hungry enough to feed them?
Sure. They're
Are they always hungry or what?
Yeah, actually, you have to kind of limit how much you feed them because they will eat themselves to death. So I like to take out any obstacles that the bugs can hide in, just so that it's easier for them to get. And with them, it's not so easy to tongue feed anyways, so it's usually easier to just let them go nuts on their own. One thing I like about dubias is that you don't have to worry about... This guy got excited. You don't have to worry about them eating or climbing up the sides or anything like that. Come here, look it.
So how do you know if it's like healthy, right? Like how do you know if you're feeding it too much or feeding it too little? How does that go about?
Well, a really cool thing about leopard geckos, if you do feed them too much for just a little bit, they have a fat storage area in their tail, so their tail will get extra fat. And that's actually what you want to see. With how little these guys are still, they still don't have like that part of them yet. But like you can see it with the bigger ones, they have like a fatter tail, and the fatter their tail, the more healthy they are.
Okay.
But they can get obese, so you want to watch out for like the little bulges underneath their armpits. A lot of people get concerned about that. That's just more fat storage. Once they run out of room in their tail, they go to their armpits.
Okay.
So.
Wow, these are really, really cool. Can I touch it?
Yeah, they're kind of, when they're babies, they kind of freak out super easily, and they're so fast. See? So when I take them out to clean their cage, I kind of let them crawl out onto my hand, and they're a lot more chill about it than just going to grab them, and then they don't want to leave your hand. Hey, buddy. Hi. Go back. There you go.
Okay, so you guys are breeders, correct? What do you guys breed?
So behind us, as you can see, we have a whole bunch of bins. This is a big thing that we breed, and what our company name is named after, isopods. So we have a huge passion for the cleanup crew. They're beautiful in a really weird way. Believe it or not, they're beautiful. But they're also really handy for like all of your reptiles that have bioactive substrate in it, because you don't have to trade out that bioactive substrate so much when you have them. They'll eat all the poop, they'll eat all the mold, they'll eat like everything that you'd have to clean out, and they're happy doing it. So.
Okay. And do you guys sell any of these stuffs?
Oh yeah, that's what we have it for. We sell it to people that want them as pets, we sell it to people that want them as feeders, we sell it to people that want them as cleanup crew. There's a lot of different uses for them.
Okay,
really nice.
So for our new guests and viewers, where or how can they get in contact with you guys?
Yeah, well, we have a website, and it's kind of new, so sometimes it's a little glitchy. But it's theisopsycho.com, theisopsycho.com. Or you can find us on Facebook, Instagram. You can just kind of email us at karstenmikeworth@gmail.com. But yeah, we are always so open to meeting new people and helping new people with whatever stage they're at, whether they have something already or don't. We like to make sure you're as informed as possible.
Okay. And you guys ship them, am I correct?
So right now with how cold it is, it's a bit dangerous. So we are willing to ship within Minnesota for now, because we can add a heat pack, and if anything happens, they'll still be there by the time the heat pack runs out of heat. But once it gets a little too cold, we're not going to be shipping them anymore. But once it's warm out again, we ship all across country, and we're trying to get also internationally too.
Perfect. Okay, guys, so we're looking at between $60 to $120 per reptile. You're looking at, how much did you say for the housing and stuff?
So we always suggest that you go to PetSmart or Pet Supplies Plus and do the dollar per gallon sale, because if you want to get a 10-gallon, it's only $10 compared to like 30 or 20.
Okay.
And then so you want the basic setup, which a hide could be anywhere from like $2 to $20 depending how fancy you want it to be. And then just a food dish, water dish, and we suggest paper towel because they can get infections in their cloaca due to substrate.
So housing, we'll say about $20 if you get it on sale. If not, say another 40, right?
Yeah.
And then the monthly feed, how much do these isopods cost? Because I know we were talking before, and you said they get a little bit pricey, right?
Some of them do. Mostly it's pets that are expensive. We have blonde duckies, which are $250 for just 10 of them. which is crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but cool. I like it. But roaches, you could get 50 of them for $5, depending on what size you need.
Okay.
So we have a lot of different pricing. We have isopods as little as $5 for 10, up to 250. We have roaches up to $150 for one, our rhino roaches.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or you could get the dubia or red runners, which are the basic feeders, and they could run you anywhere for like $20. It'll last you like 2 weeks.
Okay. So guys, it seems like it's anywhere what your preference is. So you can go anywhere from $5 to $50 to even $200. Okay, so you guys can support local people. You guys can make new friends, and you guys will be surprised the amount of people that are out there that are like using time and day and effort and sweat to make these guys meet up with the people who need them. You know. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
There's a lot of really easy to prevent health concerns. And if you go to our website, you can find a care sheet, and that'll explain the best husbandry for them. Anything that you want to get to, you can always message us, and I'm more than happy to make a care sheet for you to save you all the work of doing the research and like looking at what works, what doesn't. There's a lot of false news out there about what can cause what.
Mm-hmm.
So we really do a lot of research to make sure everything's correct. So.
Perfect. Well, there you guys have it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one.